I am a fan of books that are about hauntings, whether it's a haunted house, a haunted hotel, a haunted person, haunted woods, whatever. Love books that have to do with hauntings. The weirder, the better. So, the book we're going to talk about today is The Haunting of Room 904 by Erika Wurth. This one follows our main character, Olivia. She is a paranormal investigator, and if you know me, I'm all about the bookish things and weird stuff. So I'm super into paranormal stuff. Actually have friends who are paranormal investigators. Anyway, this book follows the story of this woman. Her sister had passed away 2 years prior. Her name is Nishi. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, so please don't yell at me if I got that wrong. And so the story follows Olivia as she goes and does these different jobs that she gets called into for different hauntings and stuff going on and phenomena that's occurring. And the first thing you come into is she gets a call about a haunted Dybbuk box. And if you've been in the paranormal community, you know there was a whole controversy with stupid Zach Bagans and the Dybbuk box, and it was a bunch of lies on the internet about Dybbuk boxes being haunted, and it wasn't actually haunted, and da 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 da. So you jump into the story, and the first thing is about Dybbuk boxes, and I completely rolled my eyes because I was like, oh God. And so they do in this book acknowledge the fact that the internet did make up a bunch of stuff and that there wasn't any credence to it and this, that, and the other. But in the book, it's fiction. Okay, I'll give her a pass. So there's a haunted Dybbuk box, and inside it is the spirit of this two souls person that I believe the way to say this name too, if I get any of these wrong, very sorry, is Nisi. It could be Nessie, but that was too close to the Loch Ness Monster, and it's probably Nisi. So this is the spirit is in this Dybbuk box. And so that's one of the jobs. And then the next job is like she goes to this escape room. The escape room is built in this old mansion, and it's built around this woman, Carlena, who actually haunts this place. She seems to be trapped inside like this mansion, and so there's all this phenomena happening and like some crazy stuff happens there. Every single job that the paranormal investigator goes on is so over the top and ridiculously haunted. And I think my biggest beef with that is that, as I've said, I'm in that the paranormal stuff kind of deeply. 9 times out of 10, when an investigator goes on a job, nothing happens. I mean, yeah, you watch paranormal TV and you would think, oh, yeah, it happens. Nothing happens most of the time. It's that one out of every 10 times that something actually happens. And so the fact that not even one of the excursions she went on was there like no activity. Every single one was like something happened. There was this book that the dark spirit was attached to. It tried to drag her to hell or another dimension. And so everything's like over the top. And it makes for a fun story, and it's fiction, so I get that. But like maybe I'm being a snob about this. I know I am. I know I'm doing that. And so, but I have to speak my 2 cents, right? It's my channel. I'm gonna blob a little bit about it. I just wish one of the jobs she went on, nothing happened. Just for a little more realistic take. But yes, I get it. It's fiction. All right. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'll shut up about that now. Now, all of these separate jobs are interlinked and they're all connected to this massacre that had happened. These spirits are coming kind of like after the ancestors of the people who caused the massacre. And so eventually, Olivia is trying to help set them free. But then there's all these other storylines that kind of come into it too. Like her sister got involved with this cult called the Sacred 36. Her sister had had a lot of issues growing up. She went through, did a lot of drugs when she was younger and just had to get clean and then would fall back into it and that and then, join this cult. And her sister kind of like, she kind of blew her off. And there was one night her sister had called her before she died. She was at this place called the Brown Palace, which is a hotel. And she called her sister. She said, I'm scared. And she wanted her to come. Olivia didn't go, and then her sister died and ended up killing herself. And so there's this whole thing, and she was found in this room, 904, title of the book. And it's the whole story is about this room is that every 5 years, a woman ends up killing themselves in this room with the same like dagger. It seems that all these women have some sort of connection to the Sacred 36 cult. And also, her sister's spirit seems to be stuck in this mirror now that this other spirit, Luella Stillwell, used to inhabit. So that's going on. So she wants to figure out what's going on with her sister being trapped in there and trying to help her spirit move on from getting out of there. And also, the main character, she never used to believe in any of this paranormal stuff at all. That used to be like her sister's thing because her sister would see spirits and all this stuff. And then when her sister died, it somehow seems like all these abilities transferred to her. So you have that. So you have all these elements of the story. So over the top paranormal stuff happening. The stuff with the sister and this cult. So the cult plays into it too. Oh, and also she has this ex boyfriend that she has a restraining order on that's insanely violent and seems insane. And I'm pretty sure wants to kill her and is crazy in the head. So you have a lot of stuff going on. I actually flew through it. It's a fun story. I enjoyed my time in the pages, but I kept getting stuck in the fact that it was so over the top that maybe I didn't enjoy it as much as I would have if it just toned down a little bit. And that's just my own, I don't know, getting caught up in the fact that I'm actually into that stuff. So if you're not super into the paranormal, then you don't know stuff like that might not irk you. It's just one of those things. You know, you have like pet peeves. I enjoyed it. It was fun. Obviously, I had a few issues with it, but overall, it's a good haunting book and it's got a very boisterous storyline. And then it also ties in important topics too. And you have her indigenous culture and heritage in there as well. And then finding out like what happened with the ancestors and what went on with the massacre that occurred, and then the people that were tied to it and why these women keep offing themselves in this room every 5 years. So it's a wild one. So if that sounds interesting, then The Haunting of Room 904 might just be for you. And if you enjoyed hanging out today, hit that subscribe button, come back, see me again, and we'll talk about more bookish things and weird stuff.